Thank you, Dean Berkey, and good morning, class of 2018. First, I'd like to thank the staff of the Undergraduate Programs Office and the faculty in the School of Engineering for the opportunity to speak today. I'm truly honored to be addressing every single one of you. The first time I was on this floor of Gamble was Senior Design Demo Day of 2015, which was my first year here. I remember being squished between these really big guys in suits as I tried to look over the crowds to the posters, and I remember being completely intimidated because I didn't understand any of the technical jargon that was on these posters. It was a confusing day. On one hand, I felt intimidated to be in engineering because I did not fit in that crowd of ambitious seniors who were ready to take on the world. On the other hand, though, I felt this excitement and hope for the day that I would be in their shoes, an ambitious senior with a successful college career behind them. So what happened between Demo Day of 2015 and today? When I reflect on my journey at UConn, I realize it was a collection of firsts. My first time failing was in my freshman year. It was an exam I had studied all week for, one of those things that you really give your all. So when it came back with a big red F on it, I doubted if I could survive 4 years of engineering school. I actually called my older brother, an engineering graduate, in tears because I thought that successful engineers don't fail Chem 1127 exams. I now know that you're not defined by your failures, but rather how you rise up from them. So thanks, Travis, for teaching me that lesson. My first time genuinely falling in love with engineering was in Laurel Hall when I took thermodynamics with Dr. Weber, and he explained how a jet engine works. In that moment, it was like magic was real, and it was called combustion. And my first time realizing my love for teaching was in the META office in E2, when a student who saw me every week and struggled all semester came back to show me that they had gotten an A on their last midterm exam. Of course, all these triumphs and failures stand out to me because of the people who helped me through them. My wonderful supportive family, dedicated professors, and incredible friends are why I could call UConn Engineering home for the past 4 years. When my UConn journey started, I lived in the engineering house learning community. From the first day of college, I met some of the most motivated and welcoming engineering students in this dorm, one specifically right over there who became one of my closest friends. Being surrounded by people who were inquisitive and passionate made me more curious about my own field. Over the course of my first year, I found myself paying attention to science in the news and trying to better myself as a student. After my first year with these incredible people, I realized how infectious it is to be passionate about what you do. So a couple of months ago, I visited my elementary school through engineering ambassadors to teach 5th graders about space exploration and the Hubble telescope. I, like many engineers, am completely infatuated with space and its endless possibilities for innovation and discovery, and I hoped I could transfer some of that positive energy to the kids. By the end of the class period, it seemed like every student had their hand raised to ask questions about space or engineering. Getting them excited about a subject that has inspired me so much and being a sort of role model of an engineer for them was incredibly humbling. After all, these students were sitting in these tiny little desks that I was in just over 10 years ago. It reminded me of my naive beginnings as a first year, the failures that taught me to get up and keep trying, and the successes that reminded me why I chose to love engineering. But it also reminded me of all the people who have impacted me. My parents, who always supported me and loved me, no matter how much I may have complained about my coding assignments and failed research experiments, and who always believed in me, even when I didn't believe in myself. My closest friends, who were always there to suffer through a study session together, that's you, Hannah, Chris, and Matt, and my fellow engineering ambassadors, whose passion and brilliance have empowered me to have a voice, even in a major that can sometimes be intimidating. Together, we have accomplished something great. So, class of 2018, as we leave Storrs, I hope you remember all of the mentorship that you've received here, whether it was someone picking you up after that exam that didn't go so well, like my wise older brother, or someone whose greatness has inspired your own personal growth, like all of my fellow engineering ambassadors. I hope that no matter where you go next, I hope you take this growth with you, and I hope you can find a way to pay it forward. It's often said that you become who you surround yourself with, and I'm so thankful that I was surrounded by the UConn School of Engineering, class of 2018, for the past 4 years. Congratulations to everyone on your accomplishments today, and thank you.